What's up, guys? How are you? We are back on a midnight. If you guys haven't realized during the week, Halloween season started for us already. We broke out the logo.
It's that time of year. Once my birthday is over, it's Halloween.
The logo came out.
Your birthday gets thrown in there, but you know.
As you guys can, it's right there. As you can see, the logo came out. It's Halloween time. It's full on. We're at this. Let's go. If you don't like scary things, I guarantee the next couple for the rest of the month or two. Yeah, you're gonna want to see the rest of it. That's all. That's all I know. I mean, wasn't this the time last year that we went to the cemetery to Oakland Cemetery? You know, things like that. I think it was.
I can't remember when we went. It was just kind of a random day. It wasn't like.
Yeah, I think it was during the summer. So we got Jonathan in here. Michael's thinking, did you get a new computer? Yeah, something magical happened here. It's great. We got a whole. This dog is at it again. Yeah, so we got a whole brand new setup here. So we're good. We're good to go. So we got Michael, Arthur. What's going up? And that's what we have here right now. But that's fine, guys. That's fine. I actually got things worked out here. So, like I said, welcome to the stream here tonight. So, look, we're on top of things here again. We kind of got things flowing here. I had extra time today to sit here and organize the show. So,
look at you and all your time.
All my time. Yeah, I got weekends back. I'm good. We're gonna be on top of things. So, but like we said though, how do you know it's the Halloween time though? Like we said, your birthday passed. So once your birthday passes, it's right there. You said my birthday. I mean, my birthday is right in the middle, right in the mix of all the Halloween stuff. But
I mean, our anniversary is in there too.
2 birthdays, an anniversary, and a Halloween. I mean, what else can you ask for? I mean,
if you know how to pack those holidays in there.
I mean, and then Christmas right after. But I mean, if you had Christmas and then Halloween, if Christmas was Halloween, that would be even better, you know? But no, for real, like, Danny, all you need now is Leia to play with the camera. No, we're not going to have Leia to play with the camera again. We are good with, what is she at? What is she at? This dog, I'm telling you, every night we're streaming, she's destroying something.
She has a box that had light bulbs in it.
Fine. She's happy, that's all. So, but like I said, guys, thanks for joining us here tonight. So, but how do we know it's Halloween time, though? What is it that...
We just have the gene.
Right. No, but...
Something clicks.
You guys can answer too, though.
It's Halloween time. You just feel it.
Honestly, you're right, but what makes that click, though?
I guess this is around the time.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's the spirit Halloweens have started opening.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of discussion. I guess. I mean, at this time, we'd probably sort of be getting ready for haunted house, but rather than that,
right? Well, I mean, throwing that into it too, it's like, yeah, like all the scare
announcements are coming out about like who's doing what for Halloween and stuff like that. Like what this year is gonna be like.
Griswold, what's up, Danny? Right, exactly. Like for the scare actors in haunted houses, it's like, yeah, your meetings are going on now. But even more so, it's like now, it's like we were at Walmart yesterday and I'm standing next to a pack of Oreos that were Halloween Oreos, you know?
My creamer has a pumpkin on
it. Right.
It's not pumpkin flake, like
no, it's a Snicker creamer, but it has a pumpkin on it.
Yeah, get all the time, but now it has a pumpkin on it.
So it's like, you know, like even before that, like in July, like right after July 4th in Kroger in the supermarket, saw a bag of candy corn. You know, in a Halloween box. It's like Halloween starts even earlier. That's great. That's great. So But like you guys, what is Halloween? When does Halloween time start for you guys? Though that's when, you know, like I don't know. I like really for me, it's probably this time of year. Like just seeing all the stuff, like seeing like Walmart putting out like the pumpkins and the wreaths and stuff like that, and then slowly getting into the costumes and stuff. You know, like when you see the back to school stuff come out, once the kids are in school, you know a week later it's Halloween time. So really,
Well,
this Halloween time.
It always was for us because school started later school started in September for us. So when back to school wrapped up, it was September.
Right. So like Jonathan said, candy in big boxes is out started the other week for him. Burning the roads. What's going on? They said September 1st. Gonzo, what is up? Thanks for joining. He had Shelly on his stream tonight. That was a lot of fun. But for me, it's really like the week after school went back into school. It was when Halloween time started. So down here in Georgia is a different Halloween time. Like really, no. It feels like because really down here in the South, the Halloween stuff comes out earlier than it did up north in New York. In New York, the Halloween stuff would always come out right after back to school stuff.
The last few years, it was around the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. So now that schools are in, it's just a mental thing, I guess, for me. I mean, that's hard to say for me. But really, like,
Frankenstein.
Yeah, right. Frankenstein, our cat. But now that I know the schools are in, it kind of clicked a mode that like, yep, it needs to be Halloween time now, which is I'm okay with because it puts Halloween longer for us, This cat does not want anything to do with the stream. Noah, what is up? How are you tonight, buddy? But let me ask you this: what do you think was the best Halloween video we made? Like Halloween themed video.
Oh, I don't even know.
I mean, it could be a couple. It could be a couple. Guys, you can answer these questions too for us. Like, I want full participation. Like, welcome to Two Real Geeks School of Halloween, But like, what do you think? What was, or how about what was the most fun?
You're not coming back now.
What was the most fun one that we made?
I have a terrible memory for stuff like that. Like, especially because I've been doing Halloween stuff with the camera around most of my life.
Okay.
It doesn't strike a different chord for me. Like, oh, we're doing a Halloween video. Like, we're always doing videos. We've always done Halloween stuff. So like, it just doesn't like stand out. Like some of the stuff we did, like going to containment was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't thrilled with the video though, because like I think that's when we figured out like, oh, we need better equipment because it was just super dark. And like we ended up being with like another group, so like we didn't want to use like extra light and stuff like that. Like it was just
It was.
We would have definitely like recorded on our own. I think if we had the chance to do it over again, but like we were talking with the owner and we were like, oh, what should we do? And they were like, oh, do you want to go through with the group? We're like, okay, we didn't want to be like,
but
no,
we also didn't realize how dark their haunted house really
We should have though, because ours was like that.
Yeah, I mean,
so, like we should have expected it.
Yes, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. It was great to see how you know it was dark, but there was plenty of light, but not enough for our camera. Our camera was wasn't the greatest. We found out. We thought it was great, but then
like, no, I mean, even the video is cool. It just didn't do it justice,
right?
In my opinion, you know, like
Pilot and Emerald, what is going on? Thanks for joining us.
Which sucks because we had so many plans to like do stuff this year, upgraded our equipment almost like specifically for Halloween stuff, and Halloween stuff's not really gonna happen this year. And honestly, like I don't think I would go to a haunt. I will definitely go to all the ones next year that closed this year, you know, and like did the right thing by their actors.
Right.
I'll support them in the future for sure. But
well, that brings up like Hollow Fest coming up. What do you think of that?
Okay, well, here's my thing about. So like they did the right thing, I think, and as 100%. Far as not, you know, having any of the houses and everything like that. But the park's going to be open, so you want to decorate it for Halloween. You want to make it special. So I think that they at least thought about us. You know, it's not an attraction that's specifically open just for Halloween. It's not a haunt or something like that where it's going to be a whole different scenario. Well, like the park is open, so to decorate it for Halloween, to have Halloween like events and stuff like that, and do it in a safe and controlled way is possible and doable. So I like definitely see that happening. Like I know even though Disney is not doing.
That's funny that you say Disney because this is what Noah said. He said the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party that we did was probably the best. So.
That was we had a great time.
That was a lot of fun.
Every time we've done Not So Scary, it's been a great time.
Right. But I mean.
And we did them, 9 years apart? We did the first one in 2010, so almost 10 years apart. But it's a good thing we didn't go for 10 because that would have gotten canceled.
Exactly. But, I mean, one of the more fun ones, I mean, the Fright Fest ones that we did were a lot of fun for me. They were a lot of fun. A lot of people realized and saw how much we got into them. Like other vloggers around us were like, man, we're just stepping out of your way. Yeah. You remember, like, people said, look, Danny's in. Everybody was like, Danny and Jess are in their zone. They just stepped back from us, and they knew that they couldn't conquer it, I guess. I mean, they other people did good jobs, don't get me wrong, but there's that. But this dog is just destroying, like. And the other camera did not work. Did not want to work with me tonight. Really? Yeah, no. I could. Guys, oh my God. Anyways, I'm ignoring this. Sorry, guys. We're just laughing at Leia.
She's like tearing the couch apart right now. Blankets everywhere. Like, yeah, you. I'm talking about you.
Yeah. All right. Anyways. Doll's Head Trail Dog.
I didn't think of that as a Halloween one, but yeah, that was a great video. I liked doing that a lot.
And I really liked Oakwood Cemetery a lot.
Yeah, I'd love to do that one again. We had Leia with us.
I want to go back to Oakland Cemetery. I want to give that cemetery.
I really want to, because Oakland Cemetery has a lot of like events and things that they do there. Yeah. They have like lights. They have different like things. I don't know. We haven't actually gotten a chance to go to any of them. We definitely wanted to get that this year, but so far I don't think that that's going to happen because I think they get pretty busy for those things.
No, yeah, I think so too, but I don't think that they're having any of those. But I know the cemetery is still open right now. So I would love just to get back in there and really do another with better equipment and everything and do a once over on there and maybe do a paranormal type of video on there or something, you know, to actually have some fun in there and actually go at it that way, you know, because there's a lot of history in that cemetery. So, But HoloFest at Six Flags, I think they're doing it right because really, if you look at it, it's like yes, they're bringing the scare factor back this year, but it's really not too scary. I mean, I showed you the press release. Yeah, we got a home media package. The video we put out on it was a media release video. Thank you, Nightbot. Also, guys, if you can listen to Nightbot and he's doing his great job tonight for us. Telling you guys to go to our Twitter or Instagram and all that and follow the links he's giving you. Nightbot is rocking it out like usual. The dog just scared the cat, but okay. They're maintaining a distance. The actors so basically the actors are almost 12 feet apart from you. So there's a 6-foot distance from the barrier to the actor, and then you to the actor to the barriers. I believe it almost what it sounds like. They're making sure that you guys are maintaining a distance, and then there's also a physical like a fence or something, like a chain link fence or something up between you, so you can't actually get to the actor, and the actor is also wearing a mask. Should be interesting to see because there are themes where witches, scarecrows, clowns, pirates, and pumpkins. So it should be interesting to see a clown with a face mask on.
That's almost one of the easiest
That
ones
is
to make.
the Joker, with a witch with one, and they might. I'm assuming they have specialty masks for them. Maybe. We'll find out. You guys will find out too, because we're definitely going to be there multiple times covering this because it's Halloween related and it's one of the safest ones around that we know of. So it's definitely going to be fun. But yeah, I'm excited for that one. I know a lot of people are up in arms about it, but whatever. I'm good with it. I am good with it. But then it's like, what did you actually enjoy about last year's Fright Fest?
I mean, it was really good. I think it probably was the first Fright Fest I've ever been to.
Was it?
Yeah, like I told you, we had that whole Nightmare at Great Adventures that time where we paid for Fright Fest, but then they wouldn't let us online. They said it was too late.
Yeah, they were known for that. They were known for that back in the day. You
could have just not charged us at the damn door. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it was cool. The scare zones were cool and different, things like that. I really liked that one haunted house, the crazy one.
The 3D one?
Yeah.
The Spanish, the Mexican theme one?
Yeah.
The Day of the Dead one?
That was really cool. Just because I've never seen really a haunt like that. Like a completely
really
effect. 3D.
They usually do those with clowns a lot.
We've done areas in our haunt that were like that.
But not a whole haunt.
Yeah, not.
With the makeup and everything, and that was crazy watching people's faces just come off their body and stuff. That was crazy.
Yeah, the artwork, everything in there, that was really cool.
The houses definitely were good. The scare zones I felt needed a little work. They could have been bigger.
Well, they had that whole walkway.
Well, I'm thinking more in the USA Pavilion. They had the whole junkyard area.
Yeah.
It was small. They could have extended it out more.
They could have had more stuff.
They could have added more actors in them too. But I mean, I know there was issues that have popped up in the park too. Why I understand, and they also were short staffed on actors too, I believe. So, which is weird. We were never really short staffed on actors and working at a haunted house, right?
There were times. There were years.
But I mean, extremely short staffed like that. I mean, I guess what they did last year, they focused.
We always got enough to do what we needed to do. there were nights it was tight and people had like spots had to be eliminated at the last minute. But, you know.
Pilot, what are you curious about now? I love when people are curious. Oh, somebody went to sleep. Oh, okay. Okay. I like their animatronic in the
What's she doing? Like, what are you doing?
I have no idea what the dog is doing. The animatronic in the pirate section was awesome. Then they had that werewolf that was on top of the roof in the USA section. Yeah. That was. I wish they had more.
Yeah, he was just lonely. He needed friends.
Well, I'm not saying that. Like, he was okay just being like, because there were other werewolves on the ground. You know, like he was just the one lurking up top. You know, randomly thrusting around like violently at times. But I was saying is, I wish they had other animatronics around the park in like each section like that. Yeah. You know, like they had the Davy Jones's locker in the pirate section, which
you went in that one without me.
Yeah, I did, but you didn't miss. You didn't miss anything. It was just lasers everywhere, and that was it. I mean, it was too short. They could have made that into a house.
It wasn't a house, though. It was supposed to be short.
Right, but they would have. My thing is, they could have used that effect in the zombie in the Z1 in that Z1X haunted house. That laser effect grid that would have been awesome to use it over there. You know, things like that, and you know, for homes. I mean, really, it was either between the Camp Slasher or the ZX1 for me. Camp Slasher was the one all the way in the back past the bloodshed.
I remember that one. The ZX1 is the one I got.
Yeah, in the in that show area, the whole zombie one. You walk through the grocery store and everything.
Yeah. Cool.
Right. I mean, we even during the daytime when we did that, it was pretty cool.
I like the Camp Slasher one, but what I remember most about it is the line. That was like the longest one we did.
Yeah, that was the longest one we did. That was the longest one we did. Guys, if you actually like right here what the Nightbot is saying too is if you want to go back and look at all of our Halloween stuff, there's links being dropped from him.
I'm sure Danny will make a Halloween playlist.
There's already a Halloween playlist. What Nightbot is dropping the link to, so you can definitely go back and definitely look at all of our Halloween stuff.
You should make a playlist of the old Halloween stuff that we're in, like the commercials and stuff like that.
Well, I would have to get that. I would like download it.
Oh, I know where they are.
I know where it is too. I know where it is too. I would have, like what I was saying is I would have to download them.
Danny's been a zombie in many commercials.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we were both zombies in one. And the other one, I just did makeup. I did his makeup and he was a zombie.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. In the Playland one. That was fun. Then it was like, well.
Yeah, it popped up in my like Facebook memories not that long ago, the day that we were shooting that commercial.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's right. It was because it was a hot summer day. You were worried that the makeup was going to sweat off. That's right. I'll definitely download that one. So, but then it's like, what was the best Halloween? Like, it doesn't have to be like from childhood or whatever, but like, what was the best Halloween season?
Probably the ones that we were in Disney. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, yeah.
I love Halloween all the time, but I've worked every Halloween for like, you know, many years. 19 years of working Halloweens. Except for the ones that we weren't there for.
Right, because that's exactly what I was thinking too, is, you know.
The only time that we got to have a Halloween. The year that there was a blizzard right before Halloween.
Or Sandy.
Yeah, Hurricane Sandy. We got canceled for Halloween twice at Haunted House. One was for a blizzard, and
the other was for Sandy.
Sandy blew half our lawns away, so there wasn't much to go back to. The park was pretty destroyed.
Yeah, that goes back to don't ever put a Ouija board in a haunted house.
Never.
That was that year, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that survived that room, basically.
Yep.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
I threw that thing in the ocean.
Yeah. I'm surprised it didn't fly back.
Yeah, so
Surprised it didn't come flying.
And I'm the one who put it in there. It was mine. Like, I had it. I never really used it. I just, like, had it.
Right.
But it was, like, a cheesy, you know, like, I didn't really, not that I mean, I believe in, you know, Ouija boards, and I don't mess with stuff like that. But it was like a glow-in-the-dark Parker Brother. You know, like, it wasn't the one that I
Weren't
was,
they
like,
all that way, though?
I mean, the old ones, but yeah, they were different. I don't know. They just felt more realistic, I guess. This one glowed in the dark. I just wasn't about that. Like, I mean, I guess it's a novel idea, but I put it in that haunted house,
Rally, what's
like,
going on?
to prop a little, like, it was like the crazy teen room.
Yeah.
My boss always had some, like, harebrained idea that he, you know.
Well, you're saying
And
Disney,
so he
though.
decided to age up the little girls' room this year and make it a crazy teen. So I had to, like, and what sucked was most of the stuff I put in that room was my stuff. Like, a lot of my stuff, and
just gone.
Bye.
We couldn't even find it. But wait, which Disney trip though? If you had to choose between it was the honeymoon or last year. Because the other one wasn't Halloween.
Yeah, we got there on Halloween.
Getting there on Halloween is different.
Or the day before, something like that.
Yeah,
we were there for Halloween, but we were there a little more for the changeover to Christmas than, like, the first year. We were only there a couple days past Halloween the first time. But yeah, the second time we kind of got there on Halloween, and we were there for more of the changeover for Christmas, and that was cool. But we didn't really get to see all of that, definitely, either.
Right.
But,
so what about
if I had to pick between the two trips, definitely the first.
The first one, definitely too. Honestly, that was a lot more. It was a lot more fun. We actually covered more stuff. And...
The food was better on last year's trip, though.
Yeah.
We ate better for sure. Yeah. I now am a convert to the upgraded dining plan. I used to be like, no, whatever the cheapest dining plan is, that's fine. I am now a convert to needing an upgrade to the dining plan.
I told you.
Yeah, you did.
I told you. And you were like, no, fix it. I'm like, no, I'm like, okay.
I didn't think it was going to be that much different. I was very wrong.
Yeah, you were very wrong. Shelly, what is going on? How are you? Thanks for joining us. So then we're gonna get this is gonna get interesting probably. So it's like we're gonna go into what scares you about a location. So any scary location, what makes a location scary for you?
Like, what do you mean?
Like a creaking floor, or, being in the pitch darkness, not knowing what's out in the woods behind your bedroom here. Things like that.
You would think that would have bothered me more, but it doesn't. None of that bothers me.
I'm not saying that it should. I'm just saying what makes a location scary.
I mean, I'm definitely not big on, like, darkity dark.
Well, I don't think anybody is, but I mean,
other than that,
darkness definitely is a factor.
I definitely don't like places with like a bad reputation, like that bad stuff happened at, and like people have seen things or people have had bad things happen to them after being there. That's
like a cemetery with a witch buried in it?
Yeah, that one. Because I was hyped. See, like, it takes a lot to scare me.
So that's what Shelly's saying is the history of the location.
Yeah, definitely. So, like, it takes a lot to scare me, you know.
But if you had to...
It was my job to scare people for, like, so long.
Right, but I'm not saying, like, okay, the history of a location can scare anybody. Like, you know, we went to the monkey place in Pennsylvania. Like, okay, that, you know... That's the history.
And it made it creepier, but it wasn't scary. We went back there in the middle of the night like 3 times, so obviously we weren't that scared.
Right, but if I had to choose something out of that location that made it scary, would be the creek running in the woods behind it that you couldn't see because it was in tree cover. You know, just the sound of that, like, you know, like what
made it creepy to me was the pictures. Honestly,
right.
That was weird.
Right, but it's like you walk into somewhere and it's like, oh no, this place gives me the creeps. Like, you know. Yeah. It's like what gives you the creeps by walking into some place?
I don't know. Like, I can't really describe that. It's just a feeling. You just know that a place is creepy. Like.
I mean, I have many aspects of like. You see me every once in a while, I'm like, like yeah. But I still walk into these weird places, and you know, without a problem. Like I'll be outside. Like it could be. You know, it's creepy. Like, all right, especially here in Georgia, it's creepy at nighttime, right after it rains. Right, you get the fog. You know that Georgia fog, right?
Yeah.
And that Georgia fog makes it so quiet outside. Yeah. Like the other night we were out walking the dog, and all of a sudden, like I looked around, you saw me too. I looked, I'm like, what the heck? It was just that fog, and all you heard were crickets and the bullfrogs and stuff. That was just, it was creepy. Yeah. Creepy. Like during the day, like any place under the whole like thick cover of like woods, you don't know what the heck's in those woods. Like, yeah, no. You don't know what's in those woods. Shelley says the Myrtle's plantation was creepy with some bad stories. I can imagine. I mean, anywhere, realistically, I could walk onto anywhere that says something plantation. I'm just going to get the creeps. Like, there's just no good stories that come out of anything like that. I mean, really.
Yeah, there's a bunch of places in New Orleans like that. Like, you know, that's just...
I mean,
that's a whole nother ballgame. Like New Orleans was.
I mean, in this
like
area,
I loved Salem, and I'm dying to go back.
But I didn't get any creepy vibes from Salem.
Yeah, no,
not at all. Even in the cemeteries and stuff, no creepy vibes.
New Orleans is much creepier than Salem.
Mm-hmm. Lewis, what is going on? I said, hey, I saw your video on Basement Comic Shop Restaurant. Looked awesome.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, my comic shop.
Is that a full-fledged comic shop? Yeah, it is a full-fledged comic shop.
Yeah.
Restaurant, bar, arcade,
yeah,
and comic shop, all in one. It is.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, yep. It's a cool little place.
Yep, it's here in Georgia, so. Shelley said New Orleans has a creepy factor for sure. I've never been there, so.
Yeah, we have to go. Like,
yeah,
we really have to go.
And not a lot of people cover New Orleans either. We definitely got to get down there.
Right there.
Yeah.
So close.
Yep. So close. It's only about 8 hours away or so.
Is it that far?
Yeah. It's about 8 to 12 or something like that.
That doesn't seem
I can make it in 3. It's fine.
I don't even think it's that far, though. That doesn't.
It is. Just because it doesn't seem. Just because it doesn't seem that far.
If you look at the map, it's like.
What? That has to be on paper. If you go ahead and try to drive that, go ahead. Chili said, "I love the sound of crickets and frogs. Sasquatch could be in their woods." Listen,
We swear there's one back here.
There's a Sasquatch in these woods behind my apartment here, Shelly. You hear some weird noises coming from out there. Jess can tell you this too. There are weird bangs, hoots, and hollers.
Yeah.
He's out there. He is out there.
Something.
100%. That or his brother. I don't know who his brother is. I don't know. Or his dad or his mom or somebody, a family member or him out there. Hey, he has to come from somewhere. He doesn't just appear.
What's this, Harry and the Hendersons?
It might be. Harry might be out there looking for the Hendersons. Take him some Doritos, right? Or I'm going to take him some Jack Link's jerky out there. This is what we're going to do. We're going to get some Jack Link's and we're going to put it on the banister out front, out back there. I'm going to take him some Jack Link's jerky.
So you're going to be grilling with Sasquatch?
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. This one's going to be hard for you too. What's scary in a movie?
Like, what movie scared me?
No, I'm not saying what movie scared you. What aspects in a movie would scare you? I'm going to touch upon location. Deer. Deer. Any place with deer that I have to sleep. That would scare the heck out of me.
So weird.
No. Hey, you have a deer look at you on a couch when you're trying to sleep. No. 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 Anyways, back to the movies.
That would bother me.
Yeah, well, okay. Right. Deer.
So, what scares me in movies?
Yeah, like what aspect of a movie would scare you?
I think you asked the questions wrong.
I'm not asking the questions wrong. I'm asking them right because I'm the one asking them. It doesn't have to be a movie. It can be, okay, like it could be, like, all right, what movie would scare you? Like Poltergeist. I know that was, right? Or Exorcist. What in those movies?
Neither one of those movies scare me.
Okay, I'm just giving an example. It could be that too. It could be nothing scares you. You just like those movies.
For the most part, nothing really scares me.
From a movie.
Yeah. I mean, stuff can creep me out. The last thing that
like Tusk.
Yeah, Tusk mentally damaged me.
Human Centipede.
Oh.
See, like
you made me put that stupid movie on, and then you fell asleep after like 10 minutes, like always.
It was boring.
And who was stuck watching the whole entirety of Human Centipede?
Not me. Not me.
It was great.
Because it was boring. It was great. I'm glad you liked it.
But anyway, like Tusk, I think is a good movie that everybody should see once and then never, ever again. It's very disturbing.
Like Shelly's saying.
But props to Kevin Smith for doing something original. Like, I give it to anybody who does that. Like, whether I like them or not, I'm at least down for something original.
Shelly's saying Reagan walking upside down in the stairs. Lewis said classic horror movie, Dr. Giggles.
Let me tell you a story about Dr. Giggles.
Hold on a second. Then Shelly said Poltergeist, your children lost in the house.
Poltergeist 2 was more my thing. Kane creeped me out when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, I gotta tell you a story about Dr. Giggles. All right, so I was sleeping over at my friend's house, and she rented Dr. Giggles. There were two movies that I can't remember. It was two horror movies. Dr. Giggles, I want to say Candyman and Dr. Giggles were the two movies, but I think Dr. Giggles was the one that was on at the time. Okay, so we're sitting there watching this movie, and there's like a porch behind us, and as we're sitting there watching the movie, you can hear like boom, boom, right? And we're coming out, and there's books knocked off the shelf onto the floor. So
Oh,
we're
jeez.
like,
Oh, jeez.
we're like teenage girls having a sleepover. This is a bad scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So now we keep being like, okay, what? All right, go back, and we'll start watching it again and again. Boom, boom, books falling. Oh my god! So finally, yeah, it was her brother's python. It had escaped.
Oh no!
It had escaped like a month before that, and was just chilling around the house, I guess, and had gotten behind the books on the bookshelf. So as it was like going, it was like pushing the books off the bookshelf, and yeah.
No.
So that made Dr. Giggles extra scary. So the last movie that actually creeped me out was a documentary, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It was that one about sleep paralysis.
Okay.
Because I've had sleep paralysis a bunch of times, and it's super scary. So then I saw this documentary. Netflix had it on for a while. I don't know if it's still there or not. It was called The Nightmare. And I thought it was like just a regular movie, and I put it on, and it ended up being this documentary about sleep paralysis.
The creepy giggles was really disturbing.
Yeah, that dude was, yeah. And the other, like the last movie before that did definitely give me the creeps was when I watched The Ring, but part of that I think was the circumstances. Like I was working at a restaurant, so I got home and it was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, let me rent this movie on pay-per-view, and I like turned off all the lights and sat in the dark by myself watching it. And I think it was just like a perfect storm to creep me out. But yeah, The Ring, when I saw it, was the last movie. I mean, I grew up on Elm Street, so of course when we were kids, Nightmare on Elm Street was like extra terrifying. Like, and we believed for way too long that was like reality. Yeah.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Aliens.
Aliens are, yeah.
I can take zombies. I can take coming into my dreams with Freddy. I can take the poltergeist. I can take the witches. I can take the psycho killers, and you know, you put the lotion on and locking you up and freeze. I can take all that. But when I saw Signs, like that was the first first
you know which
alien.
one creeped me out? That movie, The Fourth Kind, where it's like the movie about the lady, but it's like a documentary about her with like Mila Jovovich at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's like crazy and real and scary.
And then and then Alien versus Predator, Aliens.
Those are a little too fictional.
They're too fictional, but it's the.
But the reality that aliens could come and take everything over like tomorrow, or could be stealing you every night while you sleep and you have no idea, is definitely slightly terrifying. Like, let's not lie. That's scary. I don't care who you are.
Just can vouch
the idea that aliens might just be taking you every night is scary.
Jess can vouch for this one. We can put a documentary on about aliens at nighttime. I'll fall asleep to it and have the weirdest dreams that night about aliens.
The potato people?
Potato. Yeah. But aliens freak me out.
That's a good one.
Nothing else, just aliens. When I first saw E.T., he freaked the hell out of me. I got over that by imitating him. And Jess just loves my imitation of E.T.
Oh my god, I hate when you do that.
Shelly said Pumpkinhead is creepy. Like, it doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me. You know what else? You know what else creeped me out? Leprechaun. I can take Chucky, but Leprechaun was just freaky.
I don't know.
Freaky.
I think my brain got broken. Like, I think when you're a little kid, living on Elm Street in the 80s, like that's more fear than you can process, and nothing is ever gonna scare you that much again. Like,
yeah, but I mean,
like it's all downhill from there because like living that close to Elm Street was just terror.
Right.
Legit terror. I ran up the stairs every single time I went. I ran from Freddy. Ran from Freddy every day of my life. And you know how many stairs that was. That's a lot of stairs.
Yeah.
A lot of
Noah
stairs.
said ET phone home. That's exactly what the invitation is. Part of it. Jess loves the invitation. Just loves it. I'll chase her around the house like ET every once in a while. It's funny. Shelly says she used to get Fangoria magazines. I remember the day when people actually got Fangoria magazines. Those were the days. Yeah, but aliens, that's really it. I mean, I don't care about the zombies and whatever. You can put a plague on the earth, whatever. Whatever. Doesn't bother me. The aliens, I'll have some freaky dreams about. Some freaky dreams. Like, so what about a haunted house? Scares you?
I mean, that's hard. I'm pretty desensitized. But
no, look,
I'm the best one to go through a haunted house with because I'll yell at everything because I want to make the actors feel good.
Yeah, they got you last year in Containment. They get you every once in a while. Just like at Halloween Horror Nights that one year, I put you in front of that tree. You didn't even realize it was a person, and it moved and scared the heck out of you. But what is it? Something that you think is fake, and then all of a sudden it moves? That's the only way they're going to get you?
No, I mean, that probably is a good way, though.
Like, if you've seen something, like, all right, it doesn't have to necessarily scare you in a haunted house, but, like, it has to, like, creep you out. So, like that was disturbing to look at.
No, I don't have that part of my brain anymore.
Really? Not even like last year at Six Flags? Because there's something I can think about where I'm like, that was just disturbing.
With the dude on the toilet?
Yes. Yes.
I still don't understand it, but...
it broke. I walked through the rest of that haunt, and I was like, and I'm trying to film, and I'm like, but why?
Yeah, I still can't figure that out either.
But why? And the smell, oh my gosh, the smell was
gross.
Horrible. Yeah.
And it wasn't like a prop, it was a live dude on a toilet. I don't have any explanation for it.
But you know what though too is, like, in movies it's fine, it doesn't bother me. But like that haunt, the people in like the pig mask, that actual looking like real pig heads on their head freaked me out too. Like, it's just like, but why? Like, you know, like you did that to a pig. You ripped its insides out and put it on your head. Like, dude, you are not a nice person. No, go away. Go away. That's like, you know, the guys that walk around like the bear hat capes. It's like, no, I don't want to be around you, please. Can you please go away? I don't want to know who you are. Bye. You know what I'm talking about. Shelly said Jess would be a great companion to go into the former mortuaries of 80 years in New Orleans. It sets up haunts in October surrounded by graveyards. No one will go with me, she said.
I would totally go with that.
I used to hang out in a morgue all the time. The Bronx County morgue, actually. I used to...
Oh, you did AMP stuff.
Well, Chris knew the guy that ran the morgue there. Actually, you know him too. He was at one of my sister's parties. He moved down to one of the Carolinas with his son. I forget his son's name, but you know who he is.
Frankenstein.
Short little kid who he was always around you. You know who I'm talking about. His dad ran the county morgue and was best friends with Chris. So we used to go there all the time and go and to the morgue and see, like, that doesn't, like, in life, it doesn't bother me. Like, you know, and stuff like whatever. It's just, the things that I held there, I probably shouldn't discuss on the stream. Probably not. But yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff in that place. Seen a lot. Probably enough to make a man run out of there screaming, "Why did I come here?" So, but so there's nothing that's gonna scare you in a haunted house.
I mean, I can definitely get surprised and get a little, like, you know, jump scare. But anything that, like, I see happen, no, that's not gonna scare me. I just did it for way too long. I look at everything like, oh, that's cool, you know, like, I don't think it's scary. I just don't.
Yeah. What about, like, before you worked at the haunted houses?
Oh yeah, no, then that would have been totally different.
What would have gotten you there?
Like stupid, cheesy, like that flying witch haunted house at Playland, you know.
The old school dark ride?
Yeah. It's like the one that would be at every, like, county fair and stuff like that. Like, you're just in a little car and it kind of, like, bumps into walls and things like that. Yeah, it's the cheesiest thing in the world. I remember they sent me in with little Richie one time. He was like, yeah, little, like 4 or something like that.
Shelly, what do you mean by an extreme haunt? Because, she's saying the one where they got to sign the waivers to do crazy things. No, those are not haunts.
That's not a haunt. Yeah,
they're not haunts.
We do not endorse that dude and his ways.
No, not at all.
We don't even say his name.
No.
He's like Voldemort.
Yeah, I was exactly thinking that. The one that shall not be named. You know? Those haunts that want to go in and you want you to sign a waiver and stuff just so they can go and grab you and pull you into a secret room. No. The ones that want to send you in by yourself just so...
Like, that's not a scare, making somebody throw up or, like, literally hurting them. Like, that's not scaring them. That's just torture.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's just stupid. It takes away from the whole season of what it really is. It's supposed to be fun, not brutal.
Yeah.
You know, you go to a haunted house to have fun, not to be brutalized or belittled and, you know,
it's just not
humiliated.
It's not somebody that anybody in our industry wants to be associated with.
No, I mean, there was haunted houses in New York City that were doing things like that too, that they, you know, would put you in a diaper and make you, you know, relieve yourself in the diaper and, you know, Nightmare Haunted House in New York City was doing this, and they would send you in and
I know that there was
it was just a dark room and like no I would never pay to go into something like, why would you want to? You just have to hate yourself to go and do that. You just really would have to hate yourself. Shelly said the morgue has flashlight only nights. If someone takes your flashlight, you have to continue in the dark. See, okay, like, but I mean,
I would have 8 flashlights strapped to my person.
Yeah, but like again, like for somebody to come up and like take something from you inside a haunted, don't do like that. You're asking for trouble on both ends. You know, like you're asking for trouble for me if you're gonna come up and take something in the dark you know, I don't know who you are. Its reaction is to push, you know, push or hit. It's the fight or flight, you know, instinct. So it is what it is. I'm so, you know, oh, sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to do it.
We always had a no contact tolerance.
Yeah, but
because
look,
that only invites trouble. Like you put your hands on somebody, they're gonna put their hands back.
Right.
That's just it's instinct.
The flashlight horns and stuff like that. I'm all for that. Shut off all the lights.
Yeah,
give them a flashlight to go through.
That's crazy.
That is awesome to me.
Yeah.
Like that would freak me out. Just having a single light.
Mm-hmm. And not knowing what you're gonna like shine that light on.
Right. But don't like if you did it like see, we got a great concept for a haunt we would never do anyways, but send them in like in their own group. Don't push them all through like all these, you know, theme park haunts do and stuff like that. Make sure it's in a place where you can do this. You have enough space. Give them each group a flashlight, or give the group one flashlight. They all have to stick together and go through with one flashlight. And not even like a bright LED. I'm talking like the old school D.
You got a crappy.
The plastic D battery flashlight.
You shake it the wrong way, it goes off.
Oh, even better is give them one of those
crank ones.
Yeah, yeah. The kinetic ones where you gotta like shake it to get the energize itself, and then that would be awesome.
Where's that one that I have with the Snow White sticker?
I have no idea. I have no idea. But yeah, like that right there would be like, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, they come up and like you shine the light and the person's like right there. Oh, that would be crazy. Tony, what's going on, buddy? So we said haunted houses. And then this was a tough one here. So what scares you about life? What
was that?
Bad girl. Bad girl.
My dog swallowing plastic shards is pretty scary right now.
Yes. Go away. Go away. Sorry, guys. Leia's trying to destroy things again. Hey, Ben. What's up, buddy? How are you? Thanks for joining us tonight. You're missing that. You guys all missed out on a lot of great topics here tonight. We actually had a format to the stream tonight. What are you doing?
Picking up pieces.
She's not allowed in here. She's not. Leia is no more allowed in the room when we're streaming.
She'll sit outside the door and cry the whole
That is
time.
great.
So
every time Leia is in
that
here,
would be worse.
when we're streaming, she turns into the worst dog ever.
That's because we ignored her for an hour.
So Ben said, I've been out with Arnie and Doug all day today. That's great. Were you guys getting more propane for your chicken?
Propane chicken?
Well, Ben made a video about them going out to get propane and some chicken that looked really good. Ben, what I would love to see is you making the chicken on the grill. That's what I want to see. Shelly said politicians are scary. So what scares her about life are politicians?
That's a whole... I don't know if I want to get into all of that.
Yeah, no, not at all. But like not fulfilling the fun that I want will scare me. You know me, like I have a whole, like I always want to do something fun. If you tell me that I couldn't do something fun ever again, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. You know what I mean? Like I'm always looking for some adventure to go on to take us on and stuff, you know? When have I not? tried to find something.
I mean, you make us sound like a little more adventurous than I think we are in reality.
I find adventures that we like. I like fun stuff that we do. You know, I mean,
like the kind of adventures that are not very physically taxing.
yeah, I'm not saying
we're not
going
climbing mountains
or scuba diving. No. Like, but the adventures we do are fun though. It's not like we do boring things.
Why would we do boring things?
Exactly, because I would never let that happen. But no, what really scary is really about with getting lost somewhere I have no idea where I am and not being able to contact anybody. Like in the middle of the woods or something. Like being dropped off in the middle of the woods.
I had a great book for you to read.
Oh, please don't. Like, or just like being in the middle of like an apocalypse type of thing, like nobody would know where you are, what you're doing, no way to call for it, back up from anybody, like you need to form a group like now and make sure that they stick with you because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
That's why I'm training Leia to be quiet around zombies.
Shelly, exactly like Fallout. Exactly. Like a setting like that would scare the heck out of me. Wake up and find something like that would scare the heck out of me.
Why'd you just kick my dog?
I tapped her.
You can bite him if he kicks you.
What about yours, Jess?
My what?
What would like a legit, like real life scary moment?
Well, it'll never happen because I won't go on the cruise that's going to sink and drop me in the ocean. So, there you go.
Your real life is sea life.
I mean, I could sit here and tell you some really depressing things that are scary about life, but I don't think anybody came for that. So I'm going to spare everybody that part of it.
Then say California is in the middle of an apocalypse. We're waiting for the locusts.
Yeah, it's scary over there right now. I hope you guys are somewhere safe.
They put a video up on Instagram was it yesterday or something about, and then like they just showed old smoke in the area.
Scary.
Yeah. Those forest fires are no joke, but those are every year too. It's like I don't know if I can deal with that.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if I can deal with that. Like Ben, I give you guys credit for being out there, man. You guys definitely deal with a lot of stuff living in California. Earthquakes and fires and
that's crazy.
Like, yeah.
We just moved from snowstorms to hurricanes, but we don't do earthquakes or fire.
No.
There were a few earthquakes in New York, but I slept.
Well, I mean, New York
through
City
all
was right
of the ones that I've lived through.
Yeah, like that last. Well, were we down here for the last? Wasn't there like a hurricane? Yeah, there was. Was it? There was a hurricane down. Not a hurricane. A earthquake that was down here, like when we first moved down, wasn't there?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there was because I was at work and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, "I didn't feel nothing."
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "It woke me up out of my bed." I was like, "It didn't wake me up." Like I felt nothing. Sorry. Yeah. That's right. I remember that.
So we get tiny ones.
Trembles. That's it. What would be scary is the reaction of a smoker being kidnapped. locked in a room full of cigarettes, but no access to a match or a lighter. I can see that for that. I can see that. Venom, what is going on? Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you showing up. What is your issue? What else do you want? Hey guys, you know, we brought this back to is we do have merch, and you guys know that you do want some Two Real Geeks stuff, especially the fact that we have a layer shirt up there. Yeah, and Slayer, and we're thinking about putting this up there too, because Halloween has started, and you want your Halloween shirts. So you do know you want that. Shelly said, "Yes, your hair is looking Morticia fabulous."
Thank you so much.
Noah, I have not seen the trailer yet. I've been trying to stay away from the Batman.
Oh, you know what I have to look
yet?
for? But I have to see if we have access to it because it's an HBO Max thing.
What?
So there's a documentary called Class Action Park about Action Park.
Oh, and the lawsuits for Action Park? Yeah.
And all the actors.
Yeah. We have to watch that because
I saw that earlier and I went to check for it and I was like, nah, let me wait for Danny. He's gonna want to see this one.
yes, I do want to see that. I want to find that. Maybe we find that tonight. Maybe find that tonight. We'll watch that tonight. Guys, if you're not familiar with Action Park was in Vernon, New Jersey. It's actually called Mountain Creek now. It's a water park, but
it's a death park, basically.
They said rules. They said rules. What rules? I mean, the best way to describe it is that Little Caesars commercial where the guy walks in with, you know, and takes his shirt off, and everybody's like, "Put your shirt on." And he's like, "Okay." And Mike and 88 NYC, what's going on, buddy? How are you? I bet you Mike knows probably about Action Park. He's from New York, so
yeah.
Action Park was a death
There
trap.
were always commercials for Action Park on all the time, but like you didn't actually go there because it was very. I did. Even the commercial was just like people flying off the side of a cliff or shooting out the side of a mountain or whatever. Yeah,
exactly. Did you ever go? I went once. They had incidents with bungee jumping where the bungees actually broke.
I'm sure they did. Of course they did.
They had one of those alpine slides too.
Like Johnny Knoxville made a movie. Like
stop.
What is she doing?
I don't know. There's wires there. Stop.
What are you doing? Get away from there. Come here. Come here.
Get. Mike said hashtag Death Park LOL. Exactly. You know what we're talking about, Mike. I mean, Action Park was the worst park ever for a water park. You went down the alpine slide and the sled went down before you did most times. I mean, shoot. I mean, it was crazy, absolutely crazy.
Excuse me.
Jess is back.
Sorry, I needed a cookie.
Sorry. You never really went to Action Park? Oh, I did. I did, and I mean,
no part of that looked fun to me.
Yeah. I mean, my father and uncle took me there.
There's people like swinging on ropes on the cliffs and stuff. Ridiculous.
Arthur said, "I hope they will demolish Action Park."
But if anybody wants to see what we're talking about, it's on HBO Max. It's a documentary called Class Action Park. So you can see Action Park in all of its fabulous.
Shelly said, question for the two real geeks. Where's the scariest place you've been that you have been? If you guys want to see an Action Park, that's right. Defunctland did a good video about Action Park. Just type in Action Park. They're like the first video that pops up. Defunctland did an awesome video. You'll understand what we're talking about if you go and watch their video. Scariest place I've been was probably, I know where it is actually. It has to be upstate New York in the old house before we knocked it down. It was the scariest house that you would come. I swear to you that it really, really looked like a horror movie house. There was no heat in that thing. Like, it was a potbelly stove. You walk down to the basement on these wood stairs. There was a hole in the living room where the heat would just come up, and upstairs was all wood plank floors. And every step you took, you heard creep, creep. At nighttime, like especially during the summertime, at nighttime you heard, because it got so like it got colder because it's in the mountains, so you know in the Catskills. So at nighttime, the house, with seeing that it was all wood, would just start shrinking again. Well, because in the heat, the wood expands, but at nighttime with it cooling down, it would set back into place, and you heard the house settling back at nighttime. And like, so here, it was, oh my gosh. That was the creepiest house I've ever been into. The worst. And this is the same house I saw the deer look at me on the couch.
Man. Been to a lot of creepy places in my lifetime, but the most creepy things happened at like the building where I grew up, either in my apartment or one of the other apartments. But like, yeah, so the building I grew up in was seriously creepy. And a lot of weird stuff happened there. But yeah, I've been to places like the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, and like,
yeah, like that. I had no problem. Like Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. Well,
that's because you can't get in there at night.
all right, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Kick you out at like
Even
4 in the afternoon.
Even during the daytime, the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery is still creepy during the daytime. It really is. Just to know it's a history behind it, and you know, and all that. It's like, okay, well.
Like that Salem Cemetery was a little creepy too. The one with all the little like skulls and stones and stuff. Oh, where
like all the witches are buried? Well, the witches are buried?
Yeah.
With the stones around? Yeah, and yeah. Yeah. You know what? Realistically, I'm gonna be honest. Salem during the day is not creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Salem, once the sun goes down, it becomes a little creepy.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not like
it flips a switch,
but it's,
right? There's a
yeah.
feeling there. There's an eerie feeling there that it flips a switch, or you're like, "What just happened?" Like, we went to dinner, and then all of a sudden we come out of dinner, and it's like, it's just because it gets so quiet, like, and yeah. Shelly, as far as the Amityville house, I've actually been out there. There's nothing there.
Yeah, you can see it. That's about it. You'd be like, there it is.
Shelly said, would you go to Bob Max in Kentucky? I have no idea what Bob Max is.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one either.
I'm not sure what that is. Shelly says, sounds awesomely scary. Yeah, but like, did that house though upstate? I'm glad that thing's gone. I'm glad that they got knocked down and burnt into a hole. I'm telling you, I really think that Well, first of all, it was the first post office in that town. Okay, so that tells you how old that house was. Okay, like I really think like even before we had the house, it was just not a good feeling in that. It was a creepy feeling in that house at any time. Like spider webs, they belong there. Like there's just windows would break for no reason. No reason, the windows would break. Just shut a crack. Yeah. No. There's a creepy. I mean,
it's weird like that.
The Catskills is weird as it is.
The second house that Rich lived in was fine, but the house before that was super creepy and kept having like fires. Like there was one before us, and then like my aunt and all of them lived there, and it took a while, but like whatever was in that house was cool with them. But after they left, every family who lived there had a fire until like they just stopped renting out that house.
I will have to check that later, Shelly. Bob Mackey's. Did you either use a Ouija board? We actually talked about a Ouija board earlier on how we threw one into the ocean.
We used to, yeah.
Mike said, "Is there a place you've been that you would never consider going back to?" There's a place that we've never been in person, but somebody took me there through video chat that I would never go to. I'll tell you that much, because things happened afterwards.
Yeah.
I would never go back there.
I was about to go too. I was like, oh, we should definitely check that out.
Just a word of advice, guys. Never use, what the heck was that? Nautico or something? Rando Nautico. Rando Nautica. Rando Nautica. Never use that app. Just don't. It's no good. It's going to lead you to trouble. It really is, like, seriously just going to lead you to trouble. Just stay away from it. It's bad news. If you're going to do anything, use ghost detectors on your phone, have them talk to you, whatever. That's fine. Don't use this Random Nautica app. You're really asking for trouble with that one. We seen it firsthand experience through somebody else, and no, we were going to download it. Not at all now. Sorry.
Not taking any chances of bringing home any curses. So.
Or having something happen on the way home. Like a lot of stories. A lot of stories where people using that app they get into car accidents or something on the way home. Or almost get into a car accident. Nope. Seen it happen. First-hand experience seeing it happen. Not messing with it. What was Shelly? Come on, Shelly. Really? Okay, Ben, have a good night. We got to get to bed soon, too, here, because we are actually heading to the Flags tomorrow.
Right. You're going to make me get up. I got to go to bed, people.
Oh. Do you guys want to see this as a shirt? Would you guys want that? I think that's an awesome shirt. We do have them. What are you doing? What? What are you doing?
I don't know.
I can see that. Have a good night, Ben. So, guys.
Bye.
I think it is time to put Jess to bed anyways.
Try it. See what don't happen.
Oh, Shelly, you crack me up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Shelly. But yeah, we're heading to Six Flags tomorrow. We were actually right on point with things tonight. This was great. This was great. I made
What did
things.
we do?
We made topics. We stayed on topics and stuff tonight.
Who made topics?
Huh?
Who made topics?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
When?
That's what I was pulling up on the screen.
Oh, you made those up?
Yeah.
I thought those were like people asking
No,
questions.
I made those up.
Well, I wouldn't have answered them if I knew they were your
Oh well,
questions.
thanks.
I thought they were the people's questions.
I'm trying to do things a little more professional here for us.
That never works.
Oh, Martine said that's because Tony wasn't here to get you off the topics.
Yeah. Stupid topics.
Arthur said, I hope Danny will ride up and away and rock and tug. Arthur, what is with those rides with you? Guys, go check out the Leia merch. Check it out right here. And I'm gonna make some new. We're gonna make some new Halloween stuff too.
It's you. Yeah, it's you, puppy. You're Leia. All day, every day.
Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely make some Halloween merch here too, guys. Like shirts here for Halloween coming up.
Halloween.
And you guys can all rock those out too.
Halloween.
Yep, Halloween. Thank you.
Tambourine.
Yeah, thank you.
Tambourine.
Thank you. Thank you. Just as bedtime, guys. Guys, we appreciate you being here tonight.
Tambourine.
Have you found your tambourine?
Not yet. Oh, he finds it.
Wait, points to you guys if you know what that movie's from. But, anyways, there's going to be a lot more Halloween stuff coming.
You did such a mess. So bad.
A lot more Halloween stuff coming, guys. Go check out the stuff that we dropped from the Six Flags Media
whatever.
Stuff that I made.
Something.
Be on the lookout for I have stuff coming, like maybe 2 or 3 more Halloween videos that I can drop, but they're not going to be actual videos. They're going to be they'll be picture videos. So
picture videos?
Yeah, they're going to
Will they have a soundtrack?
Yes, they'll have a soundtrack. They will have a
Will there
soundtrack.
be pictures of me?
A lot of pictures of you.
I have to approve them first.
You'll be fine.
No.
Why?
Because you don't know what fine is and what it isn't. You make
You'll
mistakes.
Anyways, guys, thank you. Have a great night. We're out of here.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.